Good morning, beloveds. I'm having a bit of a rough morning, so take that warning. Um, it's hot, but we have some weather rolling in this evening, so hopefully that'll cool it off a little bit because it's thick and muggy out there right now. So please be cautious with the weather and drink plenty of water. Um, yeah. So it is May 11th. Our title is I Cleanse the Window of My Mind that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. And the Bible quote is, "Improve me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it." And that is from Malachi 3:10. All right. We should believe that God is the invisible partner in our lives and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. We should permit ourselves to be guided, for there is something within us, deep at the center of our being, which knows what we ought to do and how we ought to do it. I am listening to the divine presence and permitting it to direct my path. Thoughts and ideas will come to me, and I shall be led to follow them out in my everyday life. I shall be impelled into right action. I know how to meet every situation in calm trust and with the complete conviction that divine intelligence is guiding me. I wish to do only that which is constructive and life-giving. Therefore, I know that everything I do is prospered. Everything I touch shall be quickened into a newness of life and action. Every constructive person in my life will be fulfilled. I have a deep sense of inner calm, a complete assurance that all is well. The same intelligence that governs the planets in their course is now acting as a law of good in my personal experience and in the experience of everyone around me. I do thank God for this increase that is mine. I do accept divine presence and all the love there is. I place my life entirely and completely under the protection and guidance of this power, and I rest in complete assurance that everything I do is prospered. All right. Yeah. I'm a little scattered today, so we're just going to work our way back through because I have nothing to say yet, although I'm sure I have lots to say. I cleanse the window of my mind that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. I've stolen that quote, borrowed that quote, taken that quote. Open the windows of your soul and allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven now. I got that from Ernest. I got that from the 365 Science of Mind book that I did last year. And so this is kind of the same idea. It's like I'm cleansing my mind to reflect who I am, to reflect whose child I am, and trusting, because mirrors reflect light and mirrors reflect so when our mind is clear and our thoughts are from the highest level, then we reflect that light around us. And prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will not open you the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive. Which is fancy language for saying, if you ask, I'll open the windows and pour out a blessing so big it will overflow. Malachi's one of the shorter books. Go and read Malachi. He's interesting. But God's saying right there, ask for the blessing. And the blessing will be so much more than you know what to do with. So, what Ernest and Raymond say, we should believe that God is the invisible partner in our lives and affirm that divine love goes before us and prepares the way. What we ask for, if we ask in the manner of God, with love, then love will find a way. I mean, how many songs have been written? Love will find a way. Love will find a way. We should permit ourselves to be guided, for there is something within us, deep at the center of our being, which knows what we ought to do and how we ought to do it. So right there, in that place where we meet the unfiltered God, that place in us where that divine spark lives, that place that touches infinity. And from there upwells a blessing greater than we could possibly encompass, which means we let it flow through us. We don't try and hold on to it. And it will bring to us everything we could possibly want. And it will guide us in what to do and how to do it and all of that. It's all available right there. We get so busy looking for it out here that we forget it's right here. It's right here. I am listening to the divine presence and permitting it to direct my path. It's not controlling. I am permitting. But I also have to permit. I have to accept the guidance that I have asked for. Thoughts and ideas will come to me, and I shall be led to follow them out in my everyday life. Thoughts and ideas will come to me, which means they may arise in your own mind, or they may come from conversations that you have with people, or you might see something on a billboard or a TV. You might be watching the local news and go, "Oh wait, there it is." But you'll know it when you hear it, because that still small inner voice will go, "That's it. That's it." So it can come from so many different areas, including your own mind. I shall be impelled into right action. I know how to meet every situation in calm, trust, and with complete conviction that divine intelligence is guiding me. I am impelled into right action. It means that I'll know the guidance when I see it. And even if I don't realize that it's the guidance, I'll follow it, because something in me will say, "This, yes, now." And I will do that which I need to do, even if I am unaware that I am on my way to the blessing that I have asked for. Because it'll be there. And I'll be like, "Oh, these are the steps that I took. And they were so much easier than I expected them to be." Because I trusted. I wish to do only that which is constructive and life-giving. Therefore, I know that everything I do is prospered. I wish to do only that which is constructive and life-giving. And if I do that which is constructive and life-giving, then it's gonna prosper. Because that is the nature of God, constructive and life-giving. Everything I touch shall be quickened into a newness of life and action. Every constructive purpose in my life will be fulfilled. Okay, so everything I touch shall be quickened into newness of life and action, because I am letting the power of Spirit flow through me. I am not holding on to that power. I am allowing it to flow through me. Therefore, everything I touch is being touched with that power of Spirit and God. Everything. That is how it's quickened. Not by us, but through us. I have a deep sense of inner calm, a complete assurance that all is well. Say that to yourself a few times. The same intelligence that governs the planets in their course is now acting as the law of good in my personal experience and in the experience of everyone around me. Because what I know for myself, I know for everyone else. The mind of God that controls the planets in their courses is the same mind that I use. And it is the same mind that you use. And it's the same mind that everyone uses. We all have our little pocket corners. I do thank God for this increase that is mine. I do accept divine guidance. I do believe that I am in silent partnership with all the power, all the presence, and all the love there is. I mean, just saying it out loud makes me feel better. I place my life entirely and completely under the protection and guidance of this power. Guidance, not control. We still have choices, but guidance and protection. And I rest in complete assurance that everything I do is prospered because I am allowing that power to flow through me, and I am allowing that mind to think through me. Because I know that I have a place to go where I meet the unfiltered God, where I meet the infinite, just as I know that you have that same place. And the cool thing is we don't have to travel to the highest mountain. We don't have to travel to the deepest sea. We don't have to travel to outer space, because it is in the one place that is the closest to us. It merely requires going within. All right. Window cleaning is not my favorite, but in this case, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to listen to the divine presence and permit it to direct our paths. To listen for those thoughts and ideas that are always around us and let them catch our attention. And to let that power flow through us. Not from us, through us. All right, beloveds. That is May 11th. We are window cleaning today. And as always, I do encourage you to do something loving for yourself, something kind for yourself, something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like today. It is truly important to be loving, to be kind, to be compassionate with yourself, especially when you don't feel like it. That's when you need it the most. So the less you feel like it, the more you need it. The more I encourage you to do that. And it can be something small or it can be something big, whatever that is. So yeah, I would also encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body. Go get some sun first thing in the morning. Drink plenty of water, which, if you hear me, I am saying, please take care of yourself. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. This is the state of grace that we live in. And it behooves us to act like it. So, open your windows, get some fresh air. I don't know. I'm not sure I would open my windows. My AC was running at 7 o'clock this morning. So, open your windows, get some fresh air. Get some fresh air. With that fresh air will come a fresh perspective. Go for a short walk in the shade. But I do encourage you, open the windows of your soul. Allow that breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. And as Malachi said, God will pour out a blessing so big that it will be too much to receive through that open window. But you got to open the window. All right? You do live in heaven now. Emma says to look for the good and praise it. The more we look, the more we see, the more we see, the more there is. And that is how we create a world that works for everyone. All right, beloveds. I commend you to your day and know that the divine guidance is all around you. Always. All right, beloveds. Do what you need to do to have a wonderful day. Know that Reverend David should be around Facebook Live with around you around 5 p.m. with you, and I will be back at 9 a.m. with you on Facebook Live. And as always, these talks of mine are archived on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel, so please feel free to go look them up. There's over a year's worth up there now, so I got just about any day. I miss it about a week in October. I'll finish the week in October eventually. All right, beloveds, have a wonderful day, and know that you're loved.